Good evening. I'd like to call the Wall City Council meeting, November 6th meeting to order. Carolyn, would you please call roll?
Stan Anderson.
Here.
Morgan.
Here.
Husted.
Here.
Williams.
Here.
Hawk.
Here.
Mike Anderson.
Here.
Hoffman.
Here.
We do have a quorum.
Thank you. Let us stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Sergeant, would you lead us, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation.
Carolyn, is there any order of business for emergency?
No,
And do we have attendance on Zoom?
Councilman Stan Anderson is on Zoom.
Okay, so that brings us to the deputy report. So Sergeant, and I see you have a guest with you.
We do. We'll go over the report first. For the month of October, nothing super crazy. Aside from our normal traffic activity, we've been hitting up the school events, playoff football, volleyball. So, last week we had Deputy Brown from Rapid City come out, and fun fact, if you were there, he'll be here again Friday. He used to be Herbie the Husker. Back in the 90s, he was their mascot. So, yeah, if you see him this Friday, make sure to go shake his hand because he's pretty famous down there. So, aside from that, I have our new wall deputy, Deputy Chance Kerner. I'll let him introduce himself. He will be our live-in wall deputy, so he'll be here hopefully by this month, but I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello, my name is Chance Kerner, like you said. I'll be hopefully moving out to Wall within the month. I've been with the sheriff's department for about 4 years now. Before this, I worked at the JSC back in Rapid City for about 3.5 years before starting this whole process. Little about me, I technically say I'm from South Dakota, Rapid City, but I grew up military, so I was born here, moved to Missouri with my dad. Been over to Germany for 7 years, back over to Missouri, and then wound up back here after my dad retired up here, of course. So been living here since, and I moved out. I've met a couple of you this past week, but haven't been able to shake hands too much yet.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
We are delighted to have another deputy, and especially one that's living here. That's awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Fort Leonard,
What was that?
Fort Leonard.
No. Here, obviously Ellsworth, Missouri would be Whiteman, and then Germany was Victor Spengdahl and Booper.
Air Force.
Very good.
We'll stay up for any questions about the report, or if you have any other questions for us, we'll see.
I wondered, is anyone having like continuing to have regular walkthroughs with Prairie Village and?
Yeah, we actually hit up a few this week, actually. We had a few calls, I'd have to dig into them, but we had a few calls there as well. Yeah, just him being out here, we're getting him to know the layout of the land, meeting the county housing folks, so, yeah, we've been walking through there,
Okay, perfect.
so, yeah, absolutely.
You know, did they find anything at the park this morning?
Ooh, enlighten me.
Well, I know there was a call about a person that was, as my wife called in, that
Yeah,
they were walking up there this morning and there was somebody under one of the shelters and they weren't
oh,
moving. And so she called 911 and I just wondered.
I didn't hear anything, I was on at about 9 o'clock, but I didn't hear anything crazy come out of Wall today, so.
Yeah, that was at like 5:30 this morning.
Okay, I can follow up with you tomorrow, or for next meeting as well.
Yeah, she was just curious.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear anything, so they must be okay and on their way, but yeah, I didn't hear anything, so.
Thank you.
Yeah. Definitely. Anything else?
Okay.
Yeah,
Nope.
thank you.
So welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant. Okay, that brings us now to a motion to adopt the agenda.
So moved.
Okay, Rick has moved,
Second.
Zach seconded, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Does anyone have a conflict of interest to identify?
I have a question for the attorney. So on 2502, the ordinance revised has to deal with food trucks. And I'm an owner of a food truck. Should I abstain from that?
Yeah, if it might affect your financial interest in the business, I think probably better to.
Then I will abstain from item number 16.
Okay. Number 16, Zach. Okay. Thank you, Zach. Okay. The minutes of October 21st is in your packet. Well, if you've had an opportunity to review those, would I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Dan moved. Jerry seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Also in your packet are the claims for this month. The city of Wall. That claim amount today is $34,725.82. The fire department, $670.11. The library, $307.19. And the cemetery, $485.26. So I think that tells us he got his mower running, right? No, this is new one?
Just some parts.
Parts? Okay. All right, is there any other claim, questions about any of the claims that you'd like Carolyn to review or explain? Hearing, seeing none, would I have a motion to approve City of Wall Fire Department, Library and Cemetery?
So moved.
Zach moved
Second.
and Mike seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Nice, Stan. Okay, also in your packet was an opportunity to review the on-call schedule, the employee overtime and vacation report. Also, water usage. Is there anything unique about that, Garrett, in the report? We haven't got any leaks going on, right? Okay, that's good. The sales tax and BBB. It is heartening that sales revenue has been actually very strong compared to other communities. The budget report, expense and revenue is included. Cash balances. The 7/16 library minutes are included. And then building permits.
On the building permits for the one at 201 West Fifth Avenue, is he doing a driveway back to there too? I didn't know if that was what the picture was that he drew.
He said he didn't, it's not planned right away,
Oh,
but he will.
So the permits are for a deck at 713 Norris and a separate garage at 201 West Fifth. And it was great to hear him say that because his sidewalk was cracked, he was just gonna replace all of the sidewalk in front of his garage and home. And then Dakota Mill and Grain for a new building, a new office building, and to install 2 new truck scales. That will be 11-foot wide by 117, it looks like. And as indicated, all of those met all of the criteria, and therefore Carolyn and Garrett were able to approve those. Okay, moving on then, we have a visitor today, and that would be Judy Goldhammer. Is on our agenda, and you'd like to speak about park bench project.
Thank you for allowing me to be here tonight. And I would also like to thank Stan Anderson for mentioning at your last meeting that benches would be allowed on Main Street. So that being said, I went ahead and pursued gathering some information on quotes, which are still being sought. I haven't gotten all in yet, but long story short, I had gone to Spearfish and some of the other surrounding towns in the hills to see what they were doing on their main streets to kind of polish them and make them look elaborate. And I was very impressed with the Spearfish Main Street. And so I went ahead and talked to the Spearfish Parks and Rec person to find out where they got their benches. And I also took a photo of them to show you. So I'm gonna pass those around. If you'd like to just share them if you have to, but anyway, I just wanted you to see what they had, and I thought it was very, well, I'm gonna say polished. It just made their main street on both sides look very attractive. And so then when I called him, he told me exactly where he got the benches. And I thought it was interesting. I want you to look at them and guess how old they are. Because he assured me that they have not done one thing to the benches since they bought them. And he told me they were 10+ years old. And they were never picked up in the winter time. So they are 12 months out of the year on the street in the weather and whatever. So I thought that that was one of the big selling points for me. He said they are basically maintenance free. And actually in the picture, they look brand new. So we'll be asking people to donate the money to fund the project so that there won't be any cost to the city. We'll do that the same as we did down in the boulevard. You notice that there are some picnic benches and tables down there that were done when I was on the beautification committee. We did aggregate ones so that they would last for a very long time. They still look practically brand new. I mean, there's very little wear and tear on them. And they were all donated by people in Wauk. And some of them were donated in memory of, but some of them were donated personally. And so it's a great way for people to show their appreciation and honor for being proud of their community and sharing it with everyone in the community. So I felt that that was kind of a win-win as far as our main street is concerned, because it's not going to cost the taxpayers any money. It's all going to be donated. I already have 5 people that have expressed a desire to buy one. So we're well on our way to possibly getting. I did something interesting too, and I was gonna kind of show you what I did. Amanda, who is my boss at the Little Outpost, we decided one day to kind of do an artificial intelligence profile on them. And so we went out and took a picture of the before and the after. And basically, we couldn't do the exact model that you have right there, but we did plug in that it would be a black 6-foot bench made out of steel or metal. And so I'm gonna pass those around and you can tell me if you think that they kind of look a little more polished than the old ones do. Her old one is getting weathered and we're gonna have to either, get rid of it or paint it and try and spiff it up if we don't get the benches. So, you can kind of imagine what it's gonna do to the main street. And I will tell you personally, that our family is willing to donate one in honor of Paul. And hopefully we can have it here on the city premises, whether it be by the offices in the front or on the side, because he spent his whole life trying to make this community what it is. If you have any questions, I would be more than happy to answer them. It is gonna take us a while to get them made and get them delivered. And so I think now is a good time as any to try and get started on it so that next time we can have it. So if there's any questions, I don't have prices right now, but we're looking at something very similar to what you're looking at right now. And I'm doing it off of merely what the guy from Spearfish told me. So if there's no questions,
Very beautiful.
That's nice.
Mhm.
thank you. Well, you guys can look up my phone number if you ever need to ask me any more questions, and I guess once they're ordered, we'll let you know, okay? But thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, also on the agenda request is pickleball. You don't have a pickleball player.
Oh, yes, we're here. I'm Carol Patterson, and it's part of the pickleball club that we have, that we play every day, twice a day, take Saturday off. And, we also appreciate very much the use of the community center and doing our laughter and having a lot of fun. The reason I'm here is because we have a pickleball net, and it's not necessarily our net. It's the city that also helped with the grant to purchase it, that is out at the park. And it's been out at the park from spring until we put it away, like the end of October, depending upon the weather. And so it's through the elements, it's people playing pickleball out there. They go out there in the mornings a lot, so you really don't know if it's being used, but it really is. And there's a lot of couples that go out there and play, a lot of them play at night. But through all of the elements of the weather and people playing with it and trying to keep it decent, the net needs to be replaced, not the frame. And it's just like the one in the gym or in the community center here in the hall. It's just like that, but the net needs to be replaced. And so the frame's good. You're very fortunate on that one. So I got online and researched how much it would cost, came up with the cost. And it's the exact same net that is needed for the one that goes out in the park. And I also sent the finance officer the write-up on how much it's gonna cost, where to look, the shipping, everything like that. And when I found it, it's on pickleballcentral.com. And it costs $74.95. And you have to be very specific because the nets that we have in the center, there's a wood piece, and that's called a flat cedar center support. The newer ones, the newer models are round, but this one needs to be flat. And so they've got those. And then the shipping cost is $3.98, so it's a grand total of $78.93 versus almost $500 if you had to buy the whole unit. So,
Make a
so we're
motion to
asking for
approve.
approval. Sorry, yes.
I say I make a motion to approve.
All right.
I did look up your map and looked at it.
Did you? Yeah, okay, and it's just like one out here, so.
Second.
Okay, so it's been moved and seconded to purchase new net for $78.93. How long did the other one last? What can we expect?
How long would it have been out there? 3-4 years? Four for sure. Yeah,
I don't know if it was always taken in the winter time. We tried the last few years, but I don't know about the first couple.
right. That I can tell you. Right now, it's in the storage unit.
Okay.
Out by the ambulance building and stuff.
So are there any
Thank
other
you.
questions? Concerns? Okay,
So
all those,
oh, go ahead.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're at public comments, which is a time for members of the public to discuss or express concerns to the council with any issue on or not on the agenda. Action will not be taken, but it could be added to the next meeting agenda. Each person will have 3 minutes. Do we have anyone that wants to speak to public comments? Hearing or seeing none? We will move on then to the chamber report. Good evening.
Okay, so we'll start with events. We had our trunk or treat event, last Friday. Went pretty well considering the weather. It was pretty cold outside and, probably ended a little bit before 7. I know it ended a little bit before 7. Next year we'll probably have it, or recommend to have it at the parking lot behind the powerhouse. That seemed to be a big thing, people having a drive over there. I think we would have had more participation if it was in a location where people could have walked to. The craft show, we had that the following Saturday. We had it in the powerhouse. We got some great reviews on that, had quite a few attendants, both with vendors and shoppers. They did like that better. I think it's a bigger area. And the people who were doing the turkey bingo had to walk through the vendors in order to get to turkey bingo. So the vendors liked that as well. So we will probably look at doing that again next year. Our upcoming events, we have Rooster Rush coming up, and it is not official, but it sounds like we're going to partner with the craft show that is being held at the Salty Steer on Black Friday. They're already having some events there and we'll have a crowd, so we will participate in that. And then that following Saturday will be Small Business Saturday, and we are gonna start our holiday sweepstakes on that Small Business Saturday. So we'll hand out the buckets and the tickets to all the businesses for that. And, I didn't bring it in, but the chamber had committed, to doing the turkey raffle, for Ravelette paper. Since there's nobody here full-time at the chamber office, I'm not sure how conducive that is. I'm not sure if the city wants to take it over where people are coming in to pay their bills and stuff. They can fill it out. We can discuss that, or if that's something y'all want to do, we have the materials. If not, I'll just contact Mary and tell her that the chamber won't participate this year. Guess the next thing, that's all our events coming up in November. We do have the Golden West bill. We received an email saying that the city didn't get our payment for $98.50. Was that the September payment? For the $98.50?
No, it would have been
October?
paid in October.
Okay, so October, I do have the payment for that, and the bill that we got, and it was skipped over, but, we have a bill for $146.88 for October. So our bill has increased quite a bit. So in the past, it was, so June, July, August, it was all around $58, $59. In September, it jumped to $98.50. We assume that's part of the city taking over the community center, but that's almost double. So I'm not sure the justification for that. And then in October, it was $146.88, which again, I do have that check right here, but I would just like a detailed statement or bill, because the bill that we get for it, the only part that's on the chamber, which this is just the phone, is $24.40. So I'm assuming the rest comes from internet and email. But I thought with the phone, it looks like our phone bill dropped $40. So yeah, just clarification on that. And then, we do have a new director job description that we will be approving at the next chamber meeting, which will be, November 12th at 7 a.m. And I don't have access to the calendar anymore. I tried to go in and change it, so if y'all could change that from this Friday to next Wednesday at 7 a.m. And then, the chamber would like, when I received the key back, we have a key to the office and to the side door. Not the front door, that's fine. But we don't have a key to the upstairs. And when we had our event this last weekend and needed the sound system, we weren't able to get it. Luckily, the church, the Methodist church, provided us with the sound system, but we would like a key to the upstairs, especially on the weekends. And then we would also like to request that second mailbox key of the chambers be given to the chamber. And I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions for me?
No.
No, okay. And can we be expecting a detailed bill for our Golden West?
So the bill that you received, because it was billing in the middle of the month,
Mhm.
and there was activation or startup fee or whatever. That all, for some reason, got put on the city's portion, which then Katie made the call and got that all cleared up so that going forward, the chamber will reflect what is on yours, except for the email, and then you guys have to share part of the internet cost. That gets split 4 ways with you guys, economic development, library, and ourselves,
Okay.
split the, internet fees, so.
So then what was the increased cost from the 57, 58-ish to the 98, 50?
Well, part of that was because of the startup fee and stuff, or, the activation fee, but.
No, that was the 148.
What the community.
Oh,
center
I
is
see what you're
covering.
asking, yes.
So it was
before-
double the community center, even though it was only 20% of the chamber, they were,
It wasn't 20%, it would have been like 33 point something. Because the city paid a third of it, community center paid a third of it, and chamber paid.
and then what about? So that's for what, the internet, the phone, or,
That's for your,
so the phone is broke down into chamber, community center, city, economic development, and library?
no, the internet, yes,
Okay,
but not the phone.
I guess I'm still not seeing the double increase.
Okay, I can do it like with this billing that I just received.
Okay.
I think it'll be a clearer picture because it'll be the straight bill and not any activation fees
Mhm.
and that kind of thing.
Is there any way through Golden West we can just have that broke out for the chamber? So we can just get a bill and pay it to Golden West? Is that a possibility?
I'd have to see, you guys' email has always been on the city's bill. I don't know why.
I did ask to have that
Oh,
moved.
did
over. Yeah, I asked if the chambers could all be separated and put onto your guys' bill. The only part would be
The
just the
internet.
internet, I mean, it's a significant savings if we all split it. I mean, splitting it, 4 or 5 ways versus having, I think it's $125 internet cost, so.
Well, I'm
if
not,
that's all on your-
I don't think anyone's against splitting it. I'm just, because we obviously all split the phones as well, right? And then
No, that's a separate charge.
we all have our own phone
Yes,
system.
yes, your own, your number is its own charge. It's the only thing that you split up for. Like, that's not split out individually on the bill, is internet service.
Okay, and email?
Like I said, the email was on our bill. We'll see if we can get it moved over.
Yeah, I did ask, so we'll see. But the email, that is like, it says Wall Chamber at GWTC, and then there's a charge behind it. I think it's like $14.25 or something like that. But that's always been separated out on the bill. They put it on ours. I asked if all of that stuff could be put on your bill so that you could see it all itemized like that. Hopefully they are able to do that.
Okay, sounds good. And then as far as the keys, are we able to get a key to the upstairs?
Yeah.
The chamber, and then the second chamber mailbox key? Perfect. Any other questions?
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Wall Economic Development.
Evening. So I just wanted to update you on what's going on in Waldron Development. So the Waldron Development board is in the process of redoing our strategic plan. We had one meeting and we accomplished a lot. And in January, we'll have another meeting where we'll put all the action items in, so we know what we're doing going forward in the future. And when we have that all together, I will share that with everybody, so you know where we're going and what we're thinking. We also redid our mission and vision statements, to make them shorter and easier to remember. They have the same meaning, but they're just shorter. So, these will be shared at the annual meeting. So if you come to the annual meeting, you'll get that update. Speaking of our annual meeting is coming up in less than like a week and a half. It'll be Tuesday, November 18th at 5:30. We'll have our doors, and the meeting will start at 6 p.m. This is our 10th annual meeting. So, we're kind of stepping it up a notch and trying to make it a special night. We're going with a black and gold theme, and gonna try to get everybody to dress up a little bit. We will also have a special announcement at that meeting, that will bring, additional revenue to our town, this spring. So I hope I see you all there. Things I've been up to, I attended a biotech, summit in Sioux Falls. I learned a lot and made a lot of great connections. The big thing I took away from that summit was, there are many up and coming entrepreneurs that are looking to build their business, and continue their research after completing schooling. And they're looking for a place to do that. Many of them come out with valuable products ready to market and sell. I think this is a great opportunity for us to attract these entrepreneurs and bring them the wall to start their businesses. And it's something that I will continue to pursue, not just with South Dakota State University, but School of Mines, and the tech schools, to see if we can't bring some of that into our, industrial park and have some new businesses. I also attended Western Dakota Tech's, gala, and was sat at the president's table. And I got to chat with her, and she is very impressed with our community. She went up to the CTE building and visited with Dr. Krauser, and she said what we all know, that that girl is a bundle of energy. But she's really happy to be partnering with us, and we have the CDL class. We have one class that's going through now, getting ready to do their driving test. So when I get pictures, I'll forward those with everybody. And she's hoping to have other classes and opportunities, maybe some adult classes at our CTE building, as we go forward. I also attended a Boots to Business class in Spearfish. I made some great connections there with the military and their liaisons. They have a program that transitions military members from military service to private life, and many of them want to start their own businesses. So I made that connection and let them know that we here in Wall would love to have those new businesses perhaps come here and start, since we're so close to the base. Also, I attended the trunk or treat event at the school, which was a lot of fun and really successful. I decorated our car trunk, and it was a game that the kids had to throw balls into pumpkins, and then they would get the candy that was in that pumpkin. And we had smaller pumpkins that if they got in that, they got full-size candy bar. So that work got around, and we had a line behind our trunk or treat for most of the evening. So it was a good event, but like Ali said, it was very cold. So they were all bundled up with gloves and everything, but we had a good time with that. So that's some of the stuff that I've been working on. And like I said, I hope I see you all at the annual meeting. It is our 10th anniversary. And I think it'll be a really special night. So any questions for me? Nope. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Okay, in front of us now is the second reading of ordinance 2502. This is, has been, revised. It was first, read at the last meeting and then has been updated. Are there, any questions or concerns? Or could I have a motion to approve the second reading of ordinance 2502, which indicates that meetings are to be conducted in accordance with South Dakota state law. The Robert's Rules of Order was removed, and that food trucks are only, except for being located on Main Street between 4th Avenue and 7th Avenue. Food trucks will be allowed, but not on Main Street between 4th and 7. Do I have any questions, comments, or do I have a motion?
I'll move.
It's been moved.
Second.
And Rick has seconded.
I'll be abstaining.
And Zach is abstaining. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. The next on the agenda is the first reading of ordinance 2503, which is going to revise chapter 150.25. And this is the ordinance that will indicate that benches for seating are allowed on sidewalks on Main Street if they are placed against the building and not used for displaying merchandise. And those are the benches that Judy was just here visiting with us about.
So moved.
Jerry moved,
Second.
Rick has seconded. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Abstain, or I don't vote nay on it.
You,
We need a roll call then.
yes, I was gonna say, I was trying to understand it. Carolyn, will you take a roll call vote?
Stan Anderson,
Aye.
Morgan,
Aye.
Houston,
Aye.
Hawk,
Aye.
Mike Anderson,
Aye.
Hoffman,
Nay.
Okay, it has passed. Okay. In front of us now is the second reading of 2501, which is the 2026 budget. And as indicated, it was first read at the last meeting, October 21st. This would be the second reading. There were no changes or updates to that. Is that correct, Carolyn?
correct.
So
Zach has moved
Second.
and Stan seconded to approve ordinance 2501, which is the 2026 annual budget. Any other questions, concerns, comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carries. All right, this brings us to the hearing for liquor license applications. The first one to be considered is retail on sale liquor licenses, which would be for the Wall Golf Course, Omni Hospitality, and the Wall Drug Store.
I'll be abstaining.
Okay, Rick is going to abstain.
So moved.
second.
The golf course is on there also. Okay, so Jerry has moved
Did you said second?
Zach.
and Zach,
Oh, Zach.
No,
Mike did.
Mike seconded. Any other questions or concerns? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries to approve the retail on sale liquor for Wall Golf Course, Omni Hospitality, and Wall Drug Store. Okay, next is the package off sale liquors, which includes Roseville Incorporated, which is Wall Food Center, Devoy Convenience Stores, BJ Court Country Store. That's only two of them. Okay. Would I have a motion to approve the package off sale liquor?
So move.
Zach has moved
Second.
and Dan seconded. Any questions or concerns? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, then it brings us to the retail on off sale wine, and that would be for Omni Hospitality.
So moved.
Okay, so Dan has moved
Second.
and Jerry seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, retail on sale restaurant, that would be Badlands Saloon and Grill.
Move to approve.
Dan
Second.
moved and
Zach.
Zach seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. Also in your packet is an acceptance, or a request for acceptance of the 2024 audit. This comes from our auditor. From Wollenberg. No,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, so the legislative audit has accepted it. I shared that letter with you guys. And then I also shared a copy of the 2024 audit that has been completed by the auditors. So
okay,
just need a motion to accept all that.
okay, is there a motion to accept the 2024 audit?
Move to approve.
Mike has moved,
Second.
Dan has seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
You forgot to ask any questions before we do the vote.
Did somebody have some questions?
I just wondered how they don't come down and spend 3 hours with us going through that audit of the meetings.
Well, in reality, actually, things have changed since the COVID.
The code.
All different from COVID.
That's one good thing about it.
Because Jerry, that was,
Found out that they didn't really need to, as long as you didn't have any questions. Now, if you did guys, and did have questions and really did need them to come and talk, they definitely would, but.
No, I just remember when they used to go through page by page.
Yeah.
because that was 38 pages in that document, yes. But it has been helpful to have two in the office because some of the things that were always brought to our attention doesn't exist, so that's been an improvement. So, okay. We also have received a letter from the Director of Penny County Commission. It was in your packet. And it is basically telling us that they are terminating the contract that we've had with them. But we can look forward to a new contract coming. And Linda, did you want to address something here? You've attended some of those meetings and.
Well, we attended a meeting, the county asked Esther and I to come to their meeting on June 24th. Unfortunately, they did not tell us as it was about the budget. So we went without the budget information, but we did get it within a few weeks, so that we submitted it to the county. We also submitted the same budget information to the city. So it was identical. Okay, so the county had said at that meeting that they were going to take money away from Rapid City, which I think they indicated in that letter. And they were gonna work on supporting the outlying county libraries. We don't know what the new contract's gonna look like, but I am thinking that it'll be very similar to that one. And any report that they were asking for in that contract, it has been provided them over the years. And the county did approve the library's request. At what, 19,000. Here's $19,826 for FY 26. So we're still with the county on that part. We're just waiting for the contract. And we would have one request, once we get that contract, if we could have our city attorney go over it and see if there's anything we need to be aware of with that contract. Okay, so, and once we get the copy, we'll definitely give it to the city.
Okay,
So our library didn't lose any, 400,000, Rapid City said they were gonna lose.
We got like 2.9%, I want to say. Previous years it's been 3, maybe like 2.7. So we don't know what's gonna happen with the money they said they were taking away from Rapid. They haven't told. We're hoping for the best.
okay,
Any other questions?
thank you.
All right, thank you.
Because the contract that was attached here is of 2015, so that's what they're going to be updating, and so we'll just stay tuned.
And it was signed by our previous president, who was the president back then, and I've been president 5 years now, so that's a freedom contract. But we did contact them a year or so ago and asked, what about this contract? Because it was so old, and they said, oh, don't worry about it, it's okay. But apparently they changed their minds, which is fine. We'll just go for there.
Okay,
All right,
very good. Thank you. So, propane, contract, would you like to address that, Karen?
Yes, I contacted NN Propane to see what our contracted price would be, and they said it was $1.65. But, so it won't go over that, but in the past, if that propane cost hasn't reached the $1.65, they give us the lower curve thing. And I looked back and we've typically gotten 8,000 gallons, which seems to hold us the last couple of years. Now, I don't know, everybody's kind of saying this winter might be bad, but that's up to you guys, whatever you think, I guess.
Carolyn, does that include the pool?
Yeah, they let us use it anywhere.
What do you think, Garrett?
Yeah, I think, right.
How close are we
Maybe
with that
just
8,000?
we just ran out of the contract, like. The last invoice I got was for. First part of October, so.
That's pretty good.
Okay,
They,
What's that, with eight?
so you just need a motion on that to agree to. the-
Motion to approve that price and to purchase 8,000 gallons, or to contract for 8,000 gallons.
and who's that with?
Any,
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Mike has moved to accept the propane contract from Anning Propane at $1.65 for 8,000. Is there a second?
Second.
Danny seconded. Any other questions or concerns? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Carolyn, we have the senior finance office report.
so I shared with you guys, the county always gives me the tax levy verification form, which I shared with you guys. Just as for your review and to maybe help you when they get asked during the March review of property taxes that, I need to open it up, sorry. So in 2024, our property valuation is 81,760,936. And so that gave us a tax levy amount of 4.99. Now, if you look for this year, which I know we're moving into 2026, but as we all know, we always pay in arrears. So our valuation has increased to 95 million, which then lowers our tax levy down to 4.53. So I just wanted you guys to be able to see that, because we can't increase what we actually get. There's a limit of how much total revenue we can receive on property tax. So in 2024, it was 408,232,000. And this year it's proposed to be 434,791. So that would just kind of help you if you want to study that, if you have questions about it. You know, you can sure send people to the office so that I can help explain it to them, but just wanted to try to educate them a bit, so. Don't need any motion on that, because it is what it is. And then I shared with you guys on an overdue utility bill in your packet. Which I made a call on about it today. I don't know which one we do with this. We just keep waiting. Did you get it in your packet? You didn't get it in it? No. Oh, it's in the packet, I do.
Same
It
one?
was additional, yeah.
Yeah.
I put it out there. Maybe I scanned it and I didn't put it in.
Are you without,
It's like 800 and some dollars.
and was that, how many notice?
I'm just gonna look you guys. Back over here. The last payment that was received was in August. But that only half of it was caught up. So now we're down to the 844.
So the last payment was, August,
August when we made payment on it, you know.
and that was a partial.
When I talked to him, I didn't get any confirmation. Just said that they've been waiting for some money to come in and. As soon as they got it, they would pay, but. I call them and. There was one other account that I had to make a call on and that person, you know, asked for a couple of days and I gave them till next Wednesday, but this person didn't give me any indications that when I get it, I'll give it to you.
Is that about the highest that it's ever been?
Yeah.
I guess, in my opinion, we're really not doing many favors if the bill just keeps growing and growing. You know, because the communication beforehand was better a little bit, I mean,
Right.
it's. So. I would guess if it. And it did end up getting,
Do I wait till next meeting and see if I can get anything and then you guys, at least you're aware now and you can be thinking about it and.
I would probably place a call and. Explain what happens next, and then maybe you will get a next week or whatever, but I think we're kind of to the point where.
Probably some kind of action by next.
Yeah,
If nothing happens.
I mean, that's a large amount, you know, and like I said, I don't think any favors by allowing that amount to grow, you know, not helping get there. Yeah.
Okay, do you feel you have direction then? Okay. All right, anything else? All right. Here, oh, sorry. Here, are you ready for public works?
Sure. We've been busy winterizing. We winterized the pool, park sprinklers, boulevard sprinklers, park bathroom. Many other, shut off the water to the transfer station. There's nothing in there, so. No sense in heating that. We also tilled up some big spots out on the park. You know, 'cause it died off, and so we're gonna try and get grass growed again. Cleaned up the playground area, I took that big tree stump out, it was rotten and cut down another dead tree. Cleaned all that up nice. Some of the wood chips around. Put a new exterior door on the apartment. Over at where the new deputy's gonna stay. I did put in next year's budget for new windows. I think that was it over there. Use new windows. And let's see, the covered dumpsters, the fence around that, we tore that all down, rebuilt it, and put new posts in a lot.
Looks nice.
Just kind of beat it a little bit. We were thinking about moving it because we thought the property line was over. And there was cardboard boxes all over the place, so. And lately, we've been working on the drainage ditch in between TDM and Prairie Village, which runs from the corner, like where Dar used to live, to TDM, and it's been a lot of fun. Dug it all out, and there's about 40 foot of gravel and dirt in it. Struggling a little bit, and we'll just leave it there. We're working on it though.
It looks nice also.
Yeah, there's still need to do a little more dirt work, but I think, being flatter, it'll evaporate one and the grass gets there, so that. And then I also want to know if you guys would be okay if we, when the benches come in, if we can help them set the benches on Main Street. I just know you left, but I think we can.
Is that okay with everyone?
You guys? So. And that's all I have.
Density noticed the lights over here are off in that parking lot.
Yeah, the pole that got hit a while back, they finally got all the parts in. And when the accident happened, they unhooked the light up above and taped it off so the lights would still work, the other lights. And so when they installed the new light, they told me the breaker was bad, so I put a new breaker in, and as soon as we turned it on, it tripped. So I have to get them back down here to check the wiring. I was hoping that there's a little box down below where I could maybe unhook the wires to see if the rest would work if it was down there, but it's all solid, so I'll have to wait for them to come back. But they do have to work on some of the lights at the sports complex, so they'll be in town. Anything else?
I could just say something at this time. If you noticed on the bill list, there was light and maintenance, and that was for that pole. Which due to the public works, I haven't had a chance to talk to you yet, Garrett. But because of the work that they did on some of that, the quote that we'd received earlier from them was not as much. It was like $11,000. We were only gonna receive 10,000 of insurance to cover that. Because they did that kind of work, they brought it down to that 6,000.
Right. Good job.
Just thought I'd check.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for saving money, yes.
Christmas fun.
Yeah.
I already tried for that.
Okay, well, good job.
That was for her, not you. but-
No, it wasn't actually.
So, right, and Garrett is coach, good luck tomorrow night.
Oh, thank you.
We are excited about that. Okay, for my report, we had such a fun activity a few Fridays ago. There was 14 planes that flew into our airport for the purpose of breakfast or lunch at Waldrop. Later in the afternoon, there was 2 helicopters that came in and then 2 more planes. So that was just fun to see that activity and all those planes sitting out there. Another thing we've done in the Pilots Lounge is to make sure that all the phone numbers for the motels are posted. So if someone flies in, they can call a motel and those motels are aware that they might want to ride to their motel. And we've also posted a number of a driver that's willing to, when he gets a phone call, run out there, pick somebody up and take them to the drugstore or wherever they would like to be for the day. So that's been a fun thing. The other thing, Rashawn and I attended the Elevate Critical Issues Lunch today. And the topic was the data centers, and it was awesome because Robert Raker, the CEO for West River, was one of the panel members, and it was just awesome to listen to how well versed he was, and considering the other people on that data center that Wall once again was well represented, and he did a great job. So that's all I'm gonna speak about tonight. And are there any other items for discussion? No actions would be taken tonight.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you noticed or not, but South Dakota Wildland Fire has a incident building out there. They have their pad leveled out, they have their what is it, burn, or their, what are those called, the tank. They have a tank out there, so they're making pretty good progress. Getting it done.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad they had good weather to get started at that, because I thought they were gonna have to wait until next spring. So doggone, I missed that. Thanks.
Yeah.
That is very cool. Yes, our airport, once we go to design on that apron and start putting the hangers out there also, it's just gonna bring more activity to our town. Okay, so with that being said, our next city council meeting will be on a Monday, on November 17th at 6:30. So make that schedule change on your calendar. Monday, November 17th at 6:30. And we do need executive session.
I make a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing legal personnel issues according to STCO 1-25-2, parentheses 1 and parentheses 4.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Thank you, folks, for being here tonight. Okay, I will call us out of executive session. Is there any other action that needs to be taken or addressed to the council tonight? Hearing or seeing none, I call the meeting adjourned.
I will be out of commission from Monday.